So, welcome back to season 3. I was not expecting to record this episode, but I guess here we are. For those of you who don't know what the One Man Podcast is, it's me. I started doing these podcasts during my junior year of high school. So on my 17th birthday, I thought it would be fun to record an hour-long episode every month, kind of recapping what happened before or what's ongoing. There's 12 episodes to every season, and last season was supposed to be my last one, but college happened, and this is also my way of getting stuff off my chest. So, I guess here we are. So I usually just pick topics based off of what I'm feeling, like talking about, like it's just about what happened last month, right? But a lot of stuff has happened in the last month, and if I kept recording, I think I'd probably kill myself from editing all of the footage. Also, I used to just post the videos as like voiceovers to like Minecraft videos for the viewers, but I might just post the actual raw video itself, but we'll see. So I posted a poll on my close friends story, so hi everyone. The 3 options were my identity crisis here at UMBC, men suck, or alcoholism and my failing grades. And men suck won at 38%. If that wants to focus, and you guys can read that. To be honest, I kind of wanted to do my identity crisis here since I feel like that's what I have most to speak about, but maybe that's for next month. So, getting into men suck. As many of you guys know, I think all of you guys know, I'm sure if you guys know me, you know I'm gay. I love men when they keep their mouths shut. I said that, and then someone went, "Oh, so you love objectifying men?" Like, yeah, obviously. Hello, who doesn't? What? But also, let me just give you guys a quick rundown of why I personally don't like men. I think all the pain and suffering that has ever happened in my life was because of men. I'm not even joking about that. Like, I'm seriously trying to, actually, maybe not all. Like, 99%. So in elementary school, it was like K through 3, right? Well, it's like K through 12, but it's like from kindergarten to 3rd grade. No one really cared about like who you hung out with, what you did. Like, we were all still innocent children. Like, if you're there to have fun, like you're there to have fun. So like, if I wanted to play in the sandbox, or if I wanted to play on the playground, or I wanted to run around on the field, no one really cared. It was also at this time where my mom started to realize, oh, Alex, you hang out with a lot of girls, huh? And I don't know why, but my entire family just goes, oh, Alex, you're such a ladies' man. I'd like to think that I am, but in like a different sense. Not sure how they didn't pick up on that a little bit earlier, but it's okay. Yeah, like life was good, like from kindergarten to 3rd grade. I had lots of friends, mostly female friends, maybe one guy friend who I don't talk to anymore. But it started more in 3rd grade because I don't know if you guys had these, but I went to Waverly Elementary School, and we had like those portable classrooms outside of the school building that like you could walk to. It was for like, because we had too many students, too many classes, like they needed extra room, so they had the portables out there. And my brother and I would have classes in those portables. I think those portables were used for what, GT math, like gifted and talented math. So during my recess period in third grade, it was my brother's GT math, like, period. So during my recess time, my brother would be walking to his class and he'd walk by the playground and walk by the field and he'd basically see me. And I remember when I came home one day, it was during like the spring, I think, where my brother was like, Alex, why do you always hang out with girls? And I went, what? He was like, yeah, why don't you hang out with all the guys? That's kind of gay. And I went, oh, come on. To a third grader who has never understood what being gay meant, it was very confusing. I went, huh? I was like, you like boys? You like the girls? You hang out with girls so much, you're gonna like kissing boys. And I went, huh? I was still so confused. Um, and to be honest, that whole thing made me doubt myself. Like, I really was in denial of, like, oh, I could never like boys. Because also, at this time when everyone's still so young and everyone's super impressionable, everyone just loves going, oh, ew, gay people. Ew, gay people. So, like, can you imagine a third grader who's just trying to live their life being told by his older brother, oh, you're hanging out with girls all the time, you're gay. And then you have a bunch of other elementary school kids going, ew, gay people, that's so disgusting. Yeah, that's gonna cause me to like be in denial about, oh yeah, maybe I like kissing boys. Like, what? Um, but that kind of went on to like fourth and fifth grade where like kids started to like be more homophobic, I guess. And which is still insane, by the way. Can you imagine fourth and fifth graders being homophobic? Like, that's like little children. Little children are being homophobic. That is still so insane to me that like children were taught to hate like that. Like, guys, are you being for real? Um, like, I remember they would basically say the same thing my brother did. They're like, oh, Alex hangs out with girls on the playground. They play, what's that even do with the playground? Oh, I would make witch's brew with the mulch and leaves and sticks, and that made me gay. Are you being for real, guys? Oh, Alex prefers playing tag on the playground with girls rather than playing soccer or tetherball out on the field. Are you being for real? Oh, Alex isn't like. Oh my god. I will never. Kids were calling me gay in fifth grade because I didn't like playing Fortnite. Yeah, Fortnite. Me not playing Fortnite meant I was gay. Could you believe it? I wish I was joking about that, but that actually happened. Sorry guys, I need a little quick water break. But, like, during the whole thing, I was constantly in denial. I was like, fuck no, I'm not gay. Everyone hates gay people. I'm not gay. I promise I'm not gay. Um, for the people who went to Marriott's Ridge or Mount View, you guys might remember me. Also, I want to let it be known I was the weird kid. I still am, but I like to think it got a little bit better, but I only had one friend from like third grade up until freshman year of high school. Like, that's it. If you guys don't remember, I don't talk to her anymore, but her name is Sarah McManus. I owe my entire ability to like come out to her, to be honest. In sixth grade, I remember I texted her. I was like, hey, because come on, I was still questioning. I was still trying to figure myself out. I was like, hey, I might be bi. And she goes, okay, and? And I will never forget that conversation because that happened like 11:30 at night. Keep in mind, that was pretty late for a sixth grader. That was like basically the middle of the night for me. And she was like, okay, and? And for whatever reason, that response of like, okay, and I don't really care, was like so eye-opening to me where it's like, oh, maybe it's not that deep. Like, maybe people are just assholes. Like, there's people who just don't care. Like, there are some people out here, at least, who see me for who I am and not whether or not I like boys. Like, I was like, oh, Okay, damn. And then eventually came to a realization, okay, yeah, I don't like girls at all. So I'm gay. But in sixth grade, I'm not gonna name drop, guys. Maybe I will in the future, but we remember from, also, sorry, I forgot, for the new people, season one, I told quite a number of stories and I name drop a lot of people. And let's just say I got some backlash for it. So that is something I have to push off for a while. Um, I I kind of became friends with this guy in sixth grade during my math class. And, me being in middle school, when, oh, I think I like you after like 3 months. And then he goes, what? And I was like, yeah, I think I have a crush on you. This was so like embarrassing and cringy. I don't even want to think about it. But point is, I told this guy that like, oh, I have a crush on you in middle school. And he just went, oh, okay, cool, I'm straight, so no. And I went like, okay, yeah, that's cool, whatever. I don't know what I was thinking in sixth grade, but that's that. The entire school year passed by. We were still friends. We still talked, we still hung out, like everything was fine. And then seventh grade came around, and I think it was like in August. I like to think before the school year started. It was during the Howard County Fair season. So like August of my seventh grade year, I went to the Howard County Fair with my sister and my two younger cousins. Also, right now my oldest cousin is an eighth grader, and my youngest cousin is a sixth grader. So like what back then, they would have been like in elementary school, like not even fifth grade, like early elementary school. And I just went there with my sister to babysit them because they wanted to go to the fair. Also, we go to the fair every year. I've gone to the Howard County Fair every single year, so this is like kind of our family tradition. Um, and basically, at the fair, I saw this guy. I was like, "Oh, hey, what's up? It's like the summer's been like past, whatever. How are you?" And we talked for a little bit, blah blah, and everything seemed fine. And then I thought it was just me saying hi to a friend, but apparently it was not. Because once school started up, I think it was like a week after school started, I was like getting stuff out of my locker on my way to lunch, and my locker neighbor, she just goes, Alex, are you gay? And I went, what? Keep in mind, I had not come out to anyone at this point, ever. Never, ever. Like, I was still very much closeted. Well, the closet was made of glass, but, like, I never, like, explicitly told anyone that I was gay. And I was like, what are you talking about? Who said that? And she goes like, oh, so-and-so. So-and-so was the guy that I told that, oh, I had a crush on you, and then I talked to at the fair. And I was like, what? And he goes, yeah, he was telling our entire English class. Are you serious? I wanted to die. I wanted to curl up and die. I was like, oh, what? And then she goes, yeah, he was saying that apparently you stalked him at the fair and you followed him around and then you made fake Snapchat accounts to text and harass him. I literally had no words. I was like, where is this coming from at all? I don't know where this is coming from. All I did was say hi to this dude at the fair, and I thought it was that I don't even have classes with this guy anymore. I was like, what? And I actually crashed out. I, on my way to lunch, I went to the cafeteria, and multiple people came up to me that day, one after I walked in and asked me the same thing. It I was so overwhelmed and shocked and scared of what was gonna happen. I literally just grabbed my lunch and ate in the bathroom. I think that was the first time I've ever eaten in the bathroom because I was just not my thing. Um, but fast forward to winter break of that year, I think. Um, at this point, everyone has heard of this rumor. It was really bad. And these two guys who were friends with the person who outed me added me on Snapchat. And I was like, like people can add you on Snapchat, but like you don't send them text messages or snaps, like you just have them in your friends list. I had them kept in my friends list for a while. But it was like only around, I think it was like right after Christmas, before New Year's. I remember I was laying in bed, just like, because also I just got my Nintendo Switch. So I remember playing on my Switch. And I saw like new snap from blank, new snap from blank. Like it was like a video, like Snapchats. And I was in bed. I was like, huh? I never talked to this person ever. And I opened Snapchat and I opened the video. And it's a video of them and another guy, butt naked, jumping onto the phone camera with like the little like Snapchat caption saying like, "We hate gay people." I don't know. I didn't know how to react after that. I want to let it be known, I saved all of it. I saved the videos. They sent multiple snaps afterwards of their ass saying, "Oh, you like this, don't you?" They texted me. They're like, also, this might be an explicit episode, so I do apologize in advance. It actually will be. I'm about to say something really bad. But they also texted me. They're like, "Why are you gay if girls have assholes too?" Hello? Like, I just... And then they kept texting like, "We hate gays, we hate gays. Burn yourself, like, gays deserve to burn." Like, they were texting that for like 2 hours straight. And I blocked them, and they still texted from someone else's account, and they have another person texting me after I blocked them. And it went on for 2 hours. I saved everything, and I just cried myself to sleep that night. Like, I was so over it. They only stopped because I told them, "Hey, I want you guys to know that I have all of this saved, the videos, the snaps." Because come on, I had a phone and an iPad, so I would take my iPad, just go, take a picture of it from my phone. And then once they realized I was saving everything, they went, "Oh, sorry," and then they stopped. They just said sorry and stopped. Not like, "Oh, genuine sorry." They just said sorry and then stopped. After we went back to school, I tried going to school admin about it with all the videos and pictures and screenshots of the chats. And the school admin just did nothing. I don't know how these kids gaslit the school admin, but they just went, "Oh, how do we know that, like, Alex didn't make those fake accounts and then pretended to be us? Are you serious? How do I somehow get multiple videos of 2 white kids butt naked jumping onto a camera from multiple angles?" I don't get it. I really don't get it. And why would I willingly hate crime myself for 2 hours straight? Are you being for real? I can't. Like, every single time I think about this whole, like, thing, I get so surprised that, like, school admin were that stupid. And I get even more upset that when I was outed in that English class, an English class I wasn't even a part of, the teacher just let it happen. Because apparently, he just said it, he just blurted it out loud. It wasn't like a whisper thing, he just blurted it out to the whole class. I was like, how do you let that happen? And then when I try standing up for myself, they don't do anything. But luckily, I only had to survive that for another 3 months, because on March 13th, quarantine started, guys. Love that. Miss quarantine so much. But no, to be honest though, quarantine was my saving grace. My mental health was getting really bad, and I didn't tell anyone that it was happening at all. Also, at this point, Sarah, the girl I was friends with, we stopped talking. as many of you guys know, I'm a very clingy person, which really bad. But we were talking, and then I don't know if I said something wrong, but whatever. We just stopped talking. Um, and so at this point, I really just had no friends. So can you imagine being in seventh grade, hormonal, having no friends, and then getting this horrible rumor about you being spread around, and you can't even make new friends because everyone just goes, "Oh, you stalked that one guy." And keep in mind, I didn't want to tell anyone in my family about this because my older brother, what grade? I think he would have been a freshman or sophomore in high school. Like, a lot of his friends also have siblings in my grade, where it's like, I really didn't want him to catch a wind of this rumor because that would out me to him. Like, at this point, I only came out to my mom and my sister. I did not come out to my brother because my brother was in his emo, I hate everyone, I hate gay people phase. So, like, it just wasn't a safe idea for me to come out to him. Um, so, quarantine happened, and I start high school. And in my mind, high school is supposed to be this fresh start for me, where I was like, okay, high school has started. Like, I mean, also, quarantine didn't like really end in eighth grade, but like we had the hybrid thing in eighth grade, but like no one talked to us. So for me, I still counted it as like eighth grade was basically no one talked, like no one knew who I was basically. So I took it, I was like, oh, okay, quarantine was a year and a half break. So high school starts. I was like, you know what? What happened happened. I'm gonna try making a new fresh start for myself. And also, for you guys who don't know, I went to Marriott Ridge High School in Howard County. Marriott Ridge pulls has two main middle school feeders. Mount View Middle School, which is right across the road, like all of Mount View goes to Marriott Ridge, and then part of Burley Manor Middle School goes to Marriott Ridge. So I think it was like 2/3 Mount View, 1/3 Burley Manor. I might be getting that wrong, but that's what I'm pretty sure is right. Um, but I remember I was trying to make new friends in my freshman year of high school. Like, I tried going up like during ice break. You know those annoying ass icebreakers like high school teachers make you do. It's like those where I was trying to talk to some people, say like, "Hey, what's your name? My name's Alex. You like this? Oh, I like that." We tried just making small talk, right? But I remember during my second period English, my freshman year, this girl comes up to me during the icebreaker and goes like, "Oh, you're Alex?" And I went, "Yeah. Did you go to Mountain View?" She goes like, "No, I went to Burley." And I went, "Oh, how was the move here?" She was like, "I mean, yeah, I kind of miss some of my friends, but oh, I heard you're gay and you stalked so and so." That was not. Why would you say that? Like, my first day of high school, first period went so well. Second period, it was going well up until like 10 minutes in, and then we had the icebreaker, and then I think that one interaction ruined high school for me because after that, I was horrified of the fact that people I didn't even know who came here from a different school already knew about this rumor about me. And the fact that it was still going around 2 years later was so shocking to me, where I was like, okay, I give up. I might as well just like move schools. I might as well just kill myself. Like, like, what am I supposed to do? I waited 2 years to finally make one new friend, and no one really came along. Also, I still am, but I was a very heavy floater friend in high school. Most of my friendships came out of convenience. whether it was we had a lot of classes together, or we just had a lot of like extracurriculars in common, or we happened to have the same mutual friends, or same place, same time. Like it's stuff like that. Like if I'm trying to think right now how many friends I have from high school that I actively talk to, probably less than like 10, to be honest. Like, no hate to you guys on my close friends story. You guys know I have 70 people on there. But like the number of people I actually talk to on there, on that list, probably about 25 of you. The rest of you guys, I love you guys. I really do miss you, but we probably don't talk. um, but yeah, that one moment kind of just ruined it for me, where I began to isolate again, trying to hide away from everyone. I was lucky enough that I was able to be a floater friend. To be honest, I didn't mind. I kind of did actually. Well, being a floater friend was better than having no friends at all, so I'll take it. But it was like during my 4 years, I knew that it was really bad and it was getting to me. Um, my senior year was probably, if not more lonely than my freshman year. I remember at lunch, I would always be just like hopping between tables, or I would go to the library a lot. Um, Not because, well, also I always did my homework during my lunch. Like if I had like homework to the next period at the end of the day, I would be doing it during my lunch. I just, I would always try to go into the library, or I would try to stall time, or I'd try to sit in some other teacher's classroom, because I didn't have anyone to eat lunch with at all. I was always by myself. And I got really sad and depressed towards the end of the year, especially when it came to graduation, because at graduation, I didn't take any pictures with people. Maybe, actually, I take that back. I took a picture with, I think, 4 or 5 people. But for the most part, I was just walking around that field looking for anybody that might recognize me or want to take a picture with me. And I went, wow, I just wasted 4 years of my life with no friends. And even walking down that stage, um, when I was sitting in the audience, I heard people get roars of applause when their name was called. And I went, wow, I know I'm not going to get that. And I was right. I remember walking down the like stairs and the little like blue path or whatever it was to get my diploma. And as I'm walking down the stage, I heard silence. And maybe, actually, I know for a fact it was because I was just on the stage, but I, you probably might be able to see this if you go back in the recording, but I literally started tearing up as I was walking down the stairs off the stage, because I actually thought no one clapped for me. I went back to the recording, my friend showed me. He was like, no, look, see, people clapped for you. I was like, great. But like, it was like barely audible, where I was like, wow, even strangers that I never talked to even clapped for me. Like, it was that bad. And because of everything, my thing in high school was, oh, I'm gonna aim high and try to get to a college that no one from my school is gonna go to. I needed a fresh start. I was hoping that high school would be that for me, but it obviously wasn't. So that's why so many of you know I was aiming for Yale or NYU. It was because, like, I know, like, our school was very competitive, but, like, the amount of people that would be going to Yale or NYU, like, probably, like, 5 people max. Yale, maybe 2. Um, So I was like, okay, I need to go to a college I'll get a fresh start at. Also, it was either go to like a really prestigious school or go to like a really small liberal arts school. But like, I have an Asian mom, so we already know she's not gonna like the small liberal arts school. Um, but that was my thing with high school. Um, yeah, oh, well, I guess we'll move on to what's it called? My experience with the men here at UMBC. Um, I don't like the men here. There's a couple good ones, I think. Let's see who are the good men here? Gerald, thank you, Gerald. Very, very, very cool. Um, let's see. Jeremy's cool. Love you, Jeremy. TJ, my roommate. Shout out to you, TJ. Michael's also cool. Love you, Michael. Let's see, who else? Like, if you ask me to name a bunch of cool women I've met here, I can name like 20. But like men, it's like really hard. Mason, you're cool also. Shout out to you. And Sam, I like your hair. Sorry, I need more water. I've been talking too much. But yeah, most of the guys I met here are just assholes. Also, I learned this term from having a conversation with another girl, but she explained one of the frats as being also. I'm so sorry. This is definitely gonna be an explicit episode. She explained one of the frats as being like rapey, and to be honest, I think that's a great descriptive word to describe most of the men here. Maybe not most, but a good chunk of the guys here. Um, as you guys know, I have a very strong aversion to like openly talking about sex. Like, I don't need to hear like explicit details of your sex life at all. Es- Sorry, straight people, but I hate hearing about straight sex. Like, it's just disgusting to me. Because I'm gay, but it just, I can't say it's a turn off because it's not like I'm turned on, but like, it's just, it makes my stomach turn. Like, I don't like hearing about it. Um, I tell people all the time, like, hey, can you like keep your inside thoughts inside? Like, I don't need to hear your fantasies or your imaginations or what you did the other week. Like, I don't need to hear that. I don't need to and I don't want to. Like, I get very uncomfortable hearing about it. But for whatever reason, so many of the guys that I've met here just have no filter. Like, I don't know what it is, but anytime I'm with a group of guys, they just love talking about sex and objectifying women and going, oh, how did you and, you know? It's like time and place, guys, really? Also, out in public. Like, no one from the other diner table wants to hear us talking about sex while they're trying to munch down. Like, really? Are you being serious? Um, but I'm not gonna name drop on this because I really shouldn't be even telling you guys this, but the amount of times I've just had a bad experience because a man couldn't keep it in his pants is insane. Like this year so far. Also, I feel like I'm reliving the same situation every single year. This is the fourth time it has happened now, where a man just preys on an emotionally unstable girl and just like takes advantage of it. And I'm just like, hello guys, like, are we really that down bad? Is the dry spell that bad where the only play you're gonna get is preying on another girl? That's insane. Or when, also, if you guys follow my TikTok, you guys have seen me repost this, but when a guy asks me, or I hear them ask one of their like female friends, like, hey, put me onto your friends. Being serious, I've had 2 people ask me since I met them, oh, Alex, you're gay, right? You must be friends with so many, like, baddies. Please put me on. Love you girls. I'm pretty sure every single girl in my close friends is, like, a baddie. But, like, why are you asking me? Like, that's so random and out of nowhere to be asking me for that. And I'm just like, why? Just why? Like, I don't get it. Like, men will do anything for play. Like, it's actually really depressing. Speaking of which, men begging for play. During my second week here at UMBC, actually, no, it was my first, yeah, I think it was my second week. Actually, no, technically my first week after moving in, I moved in on a Saturday. So I guess my first full week here, I almost hooked up with a senior. Almost. And also, I want to let it be known, I don't mind hooking up with seniors. Like, you guys can call me a whore and ran through for this, but, like, I low-key think everyone in college as, like, the same age group. Like, in high school, you can tell when someone's a freshman and when someone's a senior. But in college, low-key, everyone looks the same to me. Like, they all look like they're, like, 20. Even freshmen, I just go, like, oh, he'll basically look like 20. I don't know, everyone just looks the same to me. But I just, this senior that I almost hooked up with, keep in mind, I was going around the commons looking for a fucking Diet Coke. If you guys don't know, I have developed a really bad Diet Coke addiction. It's really rare that I'm even drinking water. But it was like, I think it was 11 p.m. at night. No, it was like, actually, it was just before 11 p.m. I was walking around campus, checking the vending machines, looking for a Diet Coke. And I ran into the senior in the comments. I was like, hey, do you know where I can find a Diet Coke? And he goes, I'm not sure what you're looking for. I was like, a Diet Coke. And he was like, anything else? I was like, no, just Diet Coke. And then he was like, oh, I'm not sure. And I was like, are you new here? I was like, yeah, I don't know where anything is. And I was like, do you know where a vending machine could be is? Because this time I didn't know where the vending machines were. So I was like, oh, the vending machine might be empty, but you can come back to my place if you want to look for a Diet Coke. And I went, huh? Like, it came out of fucking nowhere. I was so taken aback. I was like, oh, maybe not tonight. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I have plans and whatnot. And I actually hate... Jerry, if you're watching this, I actually want to strangle you because you decided to, like, turn away and talk to someone else when this was all happening, and you just did not have my back for this. I looked at that man and I was like, yeah, no, I'm sorry, I'm busy tonight. And he was like, oh, you sure? Can I get your Snap at least? I was like, sure, but I kind of have to go. And I turned around, and Jerry, you probably didn't notice, but I was trying to get your fucking attention. I was like, Jerry, please help me get me out of this. And you just didn't turn around. So, this is your fault. But I gave this dude my Snapchat. Maybe I should have just said no, guys. I'm sorry. I count on people for not just saying no, but in the moment, it was kind of getting awkward. So I was like, okay, sure. So I give him my Snap. And we start talking for a little bit because I'm not going to just block him. Because my thing is, like, I'm so scared of just blocking people because, like, what if I run into them on campus? So I was just like, fine, I'll talk to him for a little bit. And so we were talking, and then it turns out he has a whole ass girlfriend, and he's trying to fuck me. And I don't know what it is, but every single dude I've ever been with has a kind of a strange, like, thing for having me dress up in a feminine way or try to have me be like a woman. And I'm just like, if you're okay, also sorry guys, TMI, but if someone's trying to get with me, I would hope that they're doing so because they're gay and they don't, they're not with me because I'm basically like if anyone ever told me, oh, you're basically like a woman, I'm going to kill myself. I would actually cry. But he was willing to cheat on his girlfriend to sleep with me, which is insane, by the way. Keep it in your pants. Like, are the urges that strong that you're gonna fucking cheat on your girlfriend? That was insane. That was actually insane. I'm not gonna be a homewrecker. So also, that guy was still closeted. I think. I think he's bi. He's definitely bi because he had a girlfriend. And he was trying to out me. But I'm not gonna out him. I'm not gonna name drop. Like, to be honest, I was thinking about name dropping him, but also I'd be outing him by doing that. So let me not. But I don't know. The men here actually insane. Actually insane. It's just like the only also I have rarely ever had a conversation of substance with another man here. Like, every single time I think I've talked to a guy, it's either about video games, or what classes do you have, or let's go drinking, or let's do drugs, do you smoke, or sex. I don't know. It's always one of those. I don't think I've sat down and had a one-on-one, face-to-face conversation with a man about their emotions. So, guys, it's not gay to be in touch with your emotions. I promise you it's not. I promise you it's not. Just use your brain. I would tell you guys what part of your brain since I'm taking psychology right now, but I've been chat GPTing everything, so I can't tell you. But yeah, that's why I hate men. I might turn straight because all the men here suck, or I'll just be celibate. I just won't ever date or be with a guy ever. Maybe I'll just be with myself, be a one-man party. But also, I've heard okay, if you're one of the few people who have told me about their exes, I'm like scared. I'm like genuinely scared to date men because what if they turn out like your exes? I don't know if I'm allowed to name drop since you guys already told me this, but maybe you don't want your business out in public. But one of my friends' exes, I'm sure you're gonna be watching this. He wanted to go on a break, but then wanted to see other girls, but then didn't want you to see other guys. So he was asking to cheat on you for free. And another one asked my friend, hey, how would you feel if I got like bricked up from seeing another girl? And she was like, what? Also, why would you tell your girlfriend this, that you get bricked up looking at another girl? That's fucking insane. I was like, yeah, do you get mad that like I watch porn or that like I find other women attractive? Why the fuck would you say that? Genuinely, why would you say that? Oh, and then this is probably the worst one of all. If you guys have probably seen this on TikTok and Reels or whatever, but I think it's either like a Tinder or like Hinge cheater website where it's like you can find someone's like profile. Yeah, someone found their ex on that. I can't do it. Oh, also, if you guys remember Jason, my ex, he almost forgot my birthday. So that was interesting. He didn't tell me happy birthday until 11 p.m. when we were both going to bed. He goes, "Oh, by the way, is it your birthday?" Oh my god, I wanted to kill myself that day because the entire day I was kind of upset that I heard happy birthday from everyone but him. And I went, "Oh, okay, yeah, today was my birthday." And he goes, "Oh, happy birthday." And I went, "Thanks." That should have been my last straw. I'm not gonna lie, I should have broken up with him then and there. But, oh, also, for those of you who don't know, Jason was a bum. He was a fucking bum. Like, he did nothing. When he graduated high school, his only aspiration was to work at Sonic and a grocery store. And remember I was talking to him, I was like, you don't want to like do anything like even like community college or trade school or like any type of corporate level job that doesn't require more than high school degree. Like my thing is like once you finish high school, I would hope that you start trying to work towards a career and not just a job. And he just wanted to work at a grocery store and work at Sonic. I was like, not even trade school or anything? I was like, no, not really. It's not my thing. You know, at least he was employed, right, guys? At least he was employed. I had a really bad habit of low-key stalking his accounts after we broke up. But, like, from what I know, he has not gone back to college. And I'm pretty sure... Also, keep in mind, this was, like, a year ago, so maybe something has changed. Pretty sure he's still working at a Sonic and a grocery store. And it's been 2 years, so he's 20 now. No, maybe 21. 20? I'm not sure. I remember I was 16 when he was 18, so if I'm... Oh yeah, fuck, he's 21! Yikes. Oh. But... unfortunately... But yeah, men suck. From my experience, and the experience of all my girlfriends who have told me, I'm disappointed. If you're a man and you're watching this, please lock in. Oh, also, chivalry is dying. Where's the chivalry? Deep and Bara, if you're watching this, you both know. I lecture. If you guys don't know, Deep and Bara are my two co-workers at Duncan. I lecture both of them on having good etiquette and good manners with women. Open the door for people, you know, like... Also, I don't expect guys to do this for their female friends. But, like, if you're taking a girl out on a date... Also, I promise this isn't me being sexist, but, like, guys should be paying for your food. They should be treating you with respect. They should be treating you properly. They shouldn't be talking about your sex life with their friends, right? And not objectifying you. What else shouldn't they be doing? Oh, they shouldn't be trying to hook up with you when... Actually, never mind. Let me not say it. Let me not say that. That's a little too far. Let me not say it. Anyways, guys, sorry. Have some pent up feelings. But yeah, you guys gotta lock in. Like, there's a lot of guys making you guys look bad. Please lock in. prove the stereotypes wrong. It's not that hard to be a decent human being. It's not that hard to keep your mouth shut at all. It's not that hard to have some integrity and not talk about your sex life 24/7. It's not hard to objectify women all the time. It's not hard to have a conversation of substance. It's not that hard to look inwards and improve yourselves. It's not hard to take accountability. It's not hard to listen to someone who's trying to explain that you're wrong. So those are my takeaways for this episode. I do apologize if today was more of a rant than anything else, but that's how most of my episodes are. Not sure if I'm uploading this episode with the video itself. Or maybe I'll upload this and then one with just Minecraft in the background, because I might just play Minecraft, record myself, and post it as the background, so. Alright, signing off today. Also, let me know, this is my second time recording this podcast. I recorded it yesterday, but I said some stuff that probably shouldn't have been said. So I'm re-recording, and I almost did it again. So, signing off today. It is October 14th, 8:03 p.m. It's freezing. Like, it's really cold, but it's okay. Alright, bye everyone. This was the One Man Podcast.